Good afternoon, everyone, and good day to you. This is the local show about workforce and business. This is Salem at Work. Thanks for coming and joining us today. I'm your host, J.D. Shin from the Salem Chamber of Commerce. Really excited about our guest today, Marshall Curry, the volunteer manager at Marion-Polk Food Share. He'll be joining us and talking about the things that the Food Share is doing. Marshall, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, JD. I really appreciate being here.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you. So I want to jump right in and I want to find out more about what the Food Share, Marion-Polk Food Share, what you guys are doing to impact our local economy.
All right. So Marion-Polk Food Share exists to end hunger in Marion and Polk counties. We've been around for about 28 years, and primarily we've been working on distributing emergency food out to churches, nonprofits, after-school programs, in order for them to feed their clients and the families that they serve. That looks like 44,000 families right now a month. 16,000 children about being fed through our efforts. We partner with 90 of those agencies, or 90 to 100. It varies from month to month due to the different agencies in the area, but that's really our main mission. And so what we're allowing families to do is to rebuild their lives when hard times come up, so that way they're able to focus on loving one another, getting jobs, developing the skills to find employment, and find themselves back in the workforce. Another main component of the Food Share's mission that we've been working on for the last 10 to 12 years has been focusing on developing families' self-sufficiencies. So what does that mean? When we look at a family's ability to provide food for themselves, to find a job, it takes a lot of skills to do those things. So gardening, you can't learn in a day, especially if you don't have a backyard. And job search as well as job obtainment aren't things that are able to be done without building your resume first, as some of us know. And so the Food Share has really taken on a priority in this area by developing and working with community members to develop 54 community gardens, 3 youth gardens, a youth farm for high school-aged youth to do vocational training, run the Saturday market booth, as well as provide vocational training in a lot of our warehouse opportunities, as well as our kitchen programs. So really we're just developing a lot of spaces for workforce development and vocational training to occur, as well as kitchen classes, garden classes, lots of good things going on in terms of building our economy, I think.
Wow, that touches on so much of our community. It goes beyond Marion-Polk Food Share. You guys are doing more sharing than just food sharing. You're really tapping into the hearts of the families. Is that what I'm catching, that you guys are really moving towards? Yeah,
and it's great. When we go to events, I was at a 5K, half marathon this weekend actually, volunteering at the Volcano Stadium, and I was approached by one of the runners, and he was actually a farmer out in Silverton, and it was just so wonderful to connect with this individual who, for the most part, wouldn't have to have a conversation with a food bank. But I've had this conversation with many farmers, and we have 2 staff right now who are in charge of talking with farmers, not myself. And what we get to do is we get to build the picture of where is our food coming from? What does the food system of Salem, Marion, Polk counties look like? How can we as a nonprofit leverage our position in this thriving community, this network, right? To empower and support our allies, the farmers who are making the food that we need to feed all these families.
Yeah, that's really amazing. What we've talked before on some of the struggles with opportunity youth and how some of them fall through the cracks and end up starving and having a hard time getting food, but they also, in terms of workforce and just overall connections to their community, are having a hard time as well. What are you guys doing in terms of that whole demographic?
Yeah, so just to clarify, an opportunity youth is someone who not working,
Not in school, just not engaged in
Okay.
in the workforce.
Okay, yeah. We actually have a lot of folks who come to volunteer at the food share, and a lot of those individuals fall close to that target population or are in that target population. And some, and a lot are dealing with more barriers to employment and the life they want to live and their dreams, right, than just that they're not working or not in school. And so at the food share, we've realized this, and I was lucky to come in and join the food share about 3 years ago when they were focusing on how to shorten the line at our food pantries, right? And so they targeted the most at-risk population, which happened to be very similar to the Opportunity Youth population that theNET is designed to catch.
Yeah.
And they were doing so by creating this Better Burger project or program. And basically, Food Share designed a kitchen vocational training with nationally recognized chef Steve Morton and paired it with the Career Achievement Network's curriculum for job skills and emotional awareness and intelligence and career skills to create this opportunity for Opportunity Youth to come into our kitchens, our youth farm, and now our volunteer management desk to learn the skills not only in those specific trades, but also the skills to hold down a job or go out and get a job. We offer financial training thanks to MAPS at the same time as folks are going through this program. So when they get a job, they're not only gaining, or they're going to be responsible with the paychecks they receive in the future. And that's just one example of the different sessions that we have where folks are learning about what it means to come out of being a youth and become an adult in our society and a contributing member to the society.
So you guys have brought in Insight, which is the Career Achievement Network, or theNET,
Right.
As a means of partnering with the community to teach those soft skills that are a big need in all industry. And for those who don't know, that company or entity is partnering with all of our community, Marion-Polk, Yamhill counties, and helping to build young adults into quality workers that have the skills to be working in the work field. So they're training not just in the hard skills of manufacturing and kitchen work and serving and data entry and all of those different lines of work, but training more importantly the soft skills. And that's what you guys have been really charging yourselves with and charging other community entities with, such as MAPS, and partnering with as many people as possible to really create that workspace that people are able to learn from. That's such a tremendous thing. You know, we speak of soft skills. I have to bring it up. And our first time meeting, you were in college here at Willamette University, and that was a good time where we had scheduled a time to just, you know, some old man in the community, myself, stepping in and just wanted to hang out and have coffee with a young punk college kid, and so you set the appointment, and
I did.
and said, yeah, come to this coffee shop on the what's it called?
The bistro.
The bistro there at Willamette, and you know, one of the soft skills that we teach these people is to be able to show up to somewhere on time and
manage your personal life.
Manage your personal life, exactly. Yeah. Well, I show up, and lo and behold, there's no marshal, not that I can see. So I start asking around, and I ask this young gal, and she says, well, yeah, he's right there. And it's funny, you're sitting on a couch right now. You were, what, unconscious?
I was pretty much dozed over about halfway over with a sweater over my head, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember at all. Don't remember at all.
That was a good moment. And so it's funny that you're teaching soft skills like showing up on time.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure working alongside Robin from Insight, but as well as yourself, because we get to throw each other under a bus pretty frequently when we're working with the young adults, and being able to bring up our own life examples to teach them about
Yeah.
Here is an idea of something that you probably shouldn't do in the future, or an idea of something you could do. And we do a lot of that illustration in the Better Burger program, as well as the other work experiences at the Food Share. One thing I've really appreciated from Insight and the Career Achievement Network is they've really allowed us to take that curriculum model and the work experience, the professional evaluation, and the CBT class times, and really be flexible with it. As an organization, it's really allowed myself to be kind of an ambassador to our other supervisors and encourage them to offer these host sites for the work experiences for our opportunity youth. And what we've really been proud of is not only that we've had multiple work experiences now through the flexibility of the program, but also the flexibility of the curriculum to increase the leadership training, increase the financial awareness, and some team building and respect building that you all allow us to do because we want to. And that's been a real happy component for us when we have our first cohort of work experience participants training the second cohort, and then they're leading them in what's right and what's wrong, and building a team, and it's just wonderful to watch all those folks grow.
It's always a growth opportunity when you get to have learned something in past experience, and we all get to do that. They're getting to do that to grow in sharing wisdom that we all gain through experience. So
right, like I did when I learned that I shouldn't fall asleep when I'm supposed to be meeting with people.
Exactly. How perfect is that? So you guys function in cohort models. So you've got a cohort going right now, correct?
Yeah. So we have about 4 individuals in the program currently, and before that we had 3, and before that we had 5. Awesome. We hope, and we're coming to the opportunity fair tomorrow, actually at the chamber, to help out with the interviewing of young adults, if they're an opportunity youth or not, and get them all plugged into what they want to in order to accomplish their dreams.
Yeah, it's all a good thing. Now, are you guys involved in anything else? I know the Better Burger is designed beyond the use of just developing young adults through the Career Achievement Network. How is that used for economic and business development throughout our community?
Right, that's a great question, and I did I should have talked more about it earlier. The Better Burger program is also a way for Marion-Polk Food Share to meet that emergency food need, which I talked about earlier. It's the main part of our mission. We're trying to feed 44,000 families healthy, nutritious food. And so the Better Burger program was designed for us to be the owner of our own protein source. Protein's a really important part of a nutritional diet, and in order for us to feed the families a nutritional array of foods, we had to get a handle on protein because prices have spiked, droughts causing meat production to go down and prices to soar. And so if that's the case, we got to have our own solution. And so what we've been able to do is come up with a local supply of protein in the fact that we can grow quinoa, which is a highly nutritious protein-based grain almost, kind of like a rice, but a little more protein. Right. And we're partnering with local processors to figure out if we can actually process it and then use it in food products, which has been really exciting for the local industry that we've worked with, because as for-profit businesses, the risk of retrofitting your equipment and not having an end solution or a year of crop, right, because you're trying to produce the quinoa, we've been able to act as allies again for farmers in order to help them along the lines of trying to grow more edible, nutritious food for our community.
Excellent. What great involvement. What a great example to other Salem groups and beyond on investing into our community. Again, thanks for joining us today. We're running short on time. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. And
I'll wake you up next time.
Sounds great.
All right. Thanks for joining us again on Salem at Work. We'll see you next time. I'm your host, J.D. Shin. Until next time, have fun.